My name is Maddie, and you're watching a Buell School video. A complaint of racism and assault has been lodged at the Cape Town Central Police Station against the owner of Hank's Old Irish Pub in Cape Town, South Africa. When he entered the Bree Street Bar last week, Thabiso was allegedly told by a bouncer that he wouldn't be allowed inside unless he was accompanied by a white person.
Hi, thanks for having me. Just to make it shortly, as soon as I walked into Hank's, I was stopped to go in because my friends were already inside, and the bouncer said to me, mustn't go in if I'm not accompanied with a white friend. I was like, no, I don't understand what really you're saying to me. And said, no, if it's just me, I can't go in. And luckily, my friend came back, and he also heard what the bouncer was saying to me, and the bouncer said it again to my friend Jordan that if it's just me myself, I can't go in because people of color, they steal and they go in the bar and they cause trouble.
Danka claimed that the bouncer informed him this was in line with the pub's right of admission policy. A video has since gone viral on social media of Danka's friend Christopher Logan confronting the owner. Logan said the owner and the bouncer had physically assaulted him and another person during the confrontation. Let's watch what happens.
To tell you that it's not a calm situation. It's maybe calm for you because you don't give a fuck. Because you think you have the right to tell whoever you want to come in, but you don't. You said on the phone, I have the right to tell whoever to let in. No, you don't. You don't have the right to discriminate in this country. It's a crime.
I have the right for reservation.
On the basis of race. Do you? Do you? Yes or no? Do you?
My brother,
this is what happened.
Okay.
This man right here, Thabiso, came in yesterday, okay? Right. Moments after Jordan came in. Moments after, okay? Your bouncer stopped him and said, why are you going in? Who are you going into? Okay? He said, why are you asking me? He said, you can't come in here unaccompanied without a white person. He said, what? He said, you can't come in here without a white person. If you come in here, I know what you like. You steal, you guys cause trouble. You need to come in here with a white person. He asked him, who decides this? This is what the bosses have told me. Then Jordan, not knowing where Thabiso is, goes out and sees the bouncer re-explain this and says it to him again and says, it's not me who decides, it's the policy. Now, I'm sure if this had to fucking get out, there's a lot more people that have experienced this. This is firstly a crime. I'm not done speaking. When I'm done, I'll give you an opportunity. It's firstly a crime in this country. Do you know where you exist? You exist in South Africa, where we have a deeply painful history of this shit. Secondly, this shit will fucking blow up. An institution like Hank's, you're known. You're not a fucking somewhere in the middle of nowhere. You can't be fucking doing this shit. You will become like cliques overnight. You'll have protesters outside your fucking door. Do you think this is alright? Is this the practice of the business? Is this how you've decided and instructed your fucking bouncers to do? Speak. You clearly know about this.
Well, listen, we've been trading for 8 years. We've never had an incident ever before, and I can speak for our barman, and we've got an eclectic,
what are you saying? Address the issue.
Just hang on a second.
Eclectic? What the fuck?
We've never had a race issue here before. Is that correct, Danny, or not?
Nothing that I've been aware of. So what does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
I'm building up to.
He's aware of it. He's aware of it. I've heard of
it.
I've heard of it.
You have a fucking reputation of this shit.
Look, I'm gonna have to fire my bouncer.
No, it's not your fucking bouncer. An individual doesn't decide the fucking institutional policy.
It's not my policy, brother. I've never.
Then what? Did he decide that on his own? Do you think he fucking decides that on his own? Oh really? Oh, okay. So he's lying. He's lying. Is that what you're fucking saying?
Guys, is everything that Chris has said true?
Is that what you're saying? That's your fucking thing. You fucking told me. You told me.
Chris.
You don't fucking point at me. Don't fucking point at me.
Chris.
You told me. You told me.
No one's gonna
You
touch
told
it.
me.
No,
You
you're gonna
told
keep
me.
it like, yeah.
You fucking told me. You told me that you have the right. You told me you have the right. That's what you told
I
me.
never said I had
To let in who you want.
No.
You don't.
Listen, brother.
You don't.
Listen. Just calm down, brother.
Don't tell me to fucking calm down.
You've got to calm down.
No, I'm not calm. This is not a calm fucking situation.
Okay, I apologize.
Stop saying you've never. You're dealing with it now. I don't give a fuck that you've had it in the past, that you haven't. This is where you are. Look at this man in the eye if you give a fuck and apologize. Maybe that's a good place to fucking start. Maybe that's a good place to start. Don't tell us about a bouncer. No one's gonna believe that. No one takes that for shit. That man works for someone. You tell him who to let in and who not. That's how that fucking works. Okay?
My brother, I'm
not your brother.
Listen. I've never had an issue.
You have this now.
Okay, but listen, I've got to speak to the bouncer. I am dealing with it. Look, I do
Okay,
apologize.
Look him in the fucking eyes and tell him you're sorry. Don't just say, I apologize. Recognize the seriousness of this situation. I am doing you a courtesy by coming here. My first instinct, go to the police. It's a fucking crime in this country. A good colleague of mine works for the Sunday Times. They have a fucking field day with this. The fucking EFF will be outside here tomorrow.
Yeah, but brother, you can't judge me.
I'm not. I'm judging this institution. This institution has a racist policy at the door. And do you own it? Are you an owner?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So are you accountable for its actions?
I've never had.
Do you take responsibility for the action?
Of course I do.
Good. So let's start with the policy for the
Of course
action.
I do.
Good. So let's start with a fucking apology. Look him in the eyes and apologize.
I'm deeply sorry, brother.
I don't think you mean what you're saying now.
How can you say it?
You should start with that.
You came in saying you've never had it before. You have a policy. Maybe you need to make a fucking foot. This is what's going to happen. Okay? I'm going to tell you. You've got a few options here. You decide to either try and make this situation right, deal with it in a serious way, or we're going to fucking walk out the door, go to the police, go to the press, and make a shitstorm out of this. And I will rededicate my fucking life to dealing with this.
Okay, so what would you like me to do?
Think about it, man. Fucking think about what you want to fucking do.
I did apologize to the guy.
No, it's worse than a fucking apology. You need to decide as an institution how to deal with this. Who else runs this fucking show? Is it just you? Are you the sole owner?
No, I've got a partner.
Maybe phone your partner and decide how you want to deal with this and we'll wait. But I'm telling you, this is not going away. It's not going away. We're gonna wait fucking here.
In a statement, the bar said that it had never instructed staff to allow or disallow entrance based on race or color in their 30 years of service. The pub also confirmed that an internal investigation was underway. Danka, the man who was discriminated against, made a complaint with the police. In the police report, Logan said he had a bloody nose, bruises on his face, neck, upper hands, and knees, and had been choked.
And we hope they do a thorough investigation. I don't want to take away, though, that even though there's a serious matter of assault and we feel that we've been assaulted by these owners, the biggest issue here is that there's clear institutional racism at this place and that it's not unique to Hanks. This is a very specific example where it's documented, but there's a culture of this in South Africa and in Cape Town specifically, and I think that should be the main attention of this.
The community has rallied behind the victims, and there have been serious repercussions for the owner of the establishment. That's the right way to get justice. I hope you enjoyed this story along with my narration. Again, this has been a Buell School video. Please subscribe if you can. Peace.